The Enchanted Forest, Indiana, the heart of the kingdom of Eldoria, there was a forest unlike any other. Known as the Enchanted Forest, it was a place of wonder and mystery, where the trees whispered secrets to those who listened and the air shimmered with magic. The forest was said to be guarded by ancient spirits, and few dared to venture deep into its heart. Lila, a young girl with a spirit as wild as the forest itself, had always been fascinated by the tales of the Enchanted Forest. She lived in a small village on the edge of the forest, and every evening, she would sit by the fireplace and listen to her grandmother's stories about the wonders that lay within. One crisp autumn morning, driven by a sense of adventure and curiosity, Lila decided to explore the forest. With her grandmother's warnings echoing in her ears, she packed a small bag with bread, cheese, and a flask of water, and set off towards the dense canopy of trees. As she stepped into the forest, a sense of awe washed over her. The sunlight filtered through the leaves, casting dappled shadows on the ground. The air was filled with the scent of pine and earth, and the soft rustling of leaves seemed to welcome her. Lila walked for hours, marveling at the vibrant flora and the occasional glimpse of a woodland creature. She felt as if she had entered another world, one where magic was tangible and anything was possible. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the forest, Lila realized she had lost her way. Panic began to creep in, but she remembered her grandmother's advice: trust the forest, and it will guide you. Taking a deep breath, Lila closed her eyes and listened. The whispering of the trees grew louder, forming a melody that seemed to call her name. She followed the sound, her footsteps light and sure. After what felt like an eternity, Lila stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood an ancient oak tree, its branches stretching towards the sky. At its base, a small spring bubbled with crystal-clear water. Feeling a sense of peace, Lila approached the spring and knelt to take a drink. As her lips touched the water, she heard a soft voice. "Welcome, Lila." Startled, she looked up to see a figure emerging from the oak tree. It was a woman, her hair cascading like a waterfall of leaves, her eyes glowing with a soft, ethereal light. "Who are you?" Lila asked, her voice trembling with awe. "I am Eloan, the guardian of the Enchanted Forest," the woman replied. "You have shown courage and respect for the forest, and for that, you are welcome here." Lila's heart swelled with pride and wonder. "Thank you," she said. "But how will I find my way home?" Eloan smiled.
Eloan smiled. "The forest will guide you. Follow the path of the silver leaves, and you will find your way." With a wave of her hand, a trail of shimmering silver leaves appeared, leading away from the clearing. Lila thanked Eloan and began to follow the path. As she walked, the leaves glowed brighter, lighting her way through the darkening forest. The journey back seemed shorter, and soon she found herself at the edge of the forest, the lights of her village twinkling in the distance. Lila turned back to the forest and whispered, "Thank you." The trees rustled in response, and she knew she would always be welcome in the enchanted forest. From that day on, Lila carried the magic of the forest in her heart, and she became a guardian of its secrets, sharing its wonders with those who believed in the extraordinary. The end.